Hey, tea sippers. Hey, hey. How we doing today? Hey, hey. Hey, tea sippers. What's happening? What's popping? How we doing? What's really going on? What's really going on? Baby, when I saw this, I said, ah! I said, what? Shout out to the Anthony family. I am praying for the family. I'm praying for you, young man. I am also praying for the Metcalf family. Respectfully. You know, a loss is a loss. A kid, especially of a kid. So please do not mistake my content as if I have no remorse for the Metcalf family. So I want to say that first. I want to have a moment of silence for the young man who lost his life. Another moment of silence for the grieving family. My prayers go out to you. And with me acknowledging that, hey, Crystal, hey, Cynthia, hey, I have to be honest in how I feel. Now, this is just how I feel about the situation. And it has nothing to do with race. It has nothing to do with where they live. It don't have anything to do with it. How I feel about stand your ground is how I feel about stand your ground. I would feel the same way if the boys were switched. If the circumstances were switched, I would still be saying the same thing. Whether I liked it or not, I would still be saying the same thing. I do not feel how I feel because this young man is black and the kid who lost his life was white. If the circumstances was that Mr. Anthony was bullying him and his twin, I'm just reversing the roles. If he had a twin and they were trying to remove someone that was opposite race and someone with the opposite race defending himself, I would understand. I'd be like, okay, they shouldn't have been bullying. But they should not have been, I would not make excuses for someone defending themselves. Because I'm going to be frank with you. If I have to defend myself, I don't care what color they are. I'm going to defend myself. And I would hope and pray that people would be honest, have integrity, morals, and say she was defending herself instead of making it about something else. But that's not always the case, right? I'm not going to be here long on this today. I'm just not. Now, I'm also be honest to say that I was a little disturbed in my spirit when I would see so many adult men make excuses for this young man defending himself, knowing good and dang well people have done less to them, and they have found a way to justify them putting hands, feet, and whatever else on a person. And I'm like, what? I see people on YouTube popping off. I saw a YouTube content creator lose their life over petty stuff. Go to a fight and take somebody's life. But that's neither here nor there. So when I saw Charleston White, who was very vocal, I mean, had half the facts, just went off of impulse, and gave his opinion, I was like, what in the world? What in the world? But when I heard him apologize, I said, what? You lying to me? You lying to me. So I want to talk about it. And baby, when I tell you I know it's about to be controversial, I know it is. I know it is. But I'm going to go there for a little bit. So I'm going to wait till some people come in. I'm going to wait till the signal goes off. Because they're not going to believe it. And I don't know why they not. I don't know why they not. Hold on. I don't know why they not. Because the proof was always in the pudding. And I'm assuming that he did some research. And he met with Karmelo Anthony's father. I'm going to let y'all hear it. And guess what? He found out some very interesting details. Yeah, I know he been indicted. I know they had to. I also know that they really don't want you to see that video. That's way over there. Way over there. Where you really can't see nothing. Really can't see nothing. Let's revisit that video again.
Karmelo Anthony, the 18-year-old accused of fatally stabbing 17-year-old Austin Metcalf in April during a track meet in Frisco, was formally indicted by a grand jury today for murder. Fox 4's Amelia Jones. Karmelo Anthony.
Y'all ready to go in? I ain't gonna be here long, I'm tell you that now. I ain't gonna argue and debate with nobody. When I say nobody, I do mean no where I say that. Did I cut off the, did I set it up where I wouldn't have all them trolls? Did I set it up properly, Crystal? Probably not. Hold on. Let me make sure I set it up right. I ain't trying to have all them trolls. And I may not. They may already know the deal. You know what I mean? Can you hear me now? Typically when they know the deal, They don't come over here.
The 18-year-old accused of fatally stabbing 17-year-old Austin Metcalf in April during a track meet in Frisco was formally indicted by a grand jury today for murder. Fox 4's Amelia Jones live with details and response from the victim's father and attorney. Amelia.
Steve, the indictment is the natural next step in any criminal case, and it paves the way for the case to move closer to a potential trial. A Collin County grand jury indicted 18-year-old Karmelo Anthony with first-degree murder. He's accused of stabbing 17-year-old Austin Metcalf at a Frisco track meet earlier this year. Anthony was 17 at the time of the stabbing, and he's being tried as an adult. The Collin County District Attorney's Office released a rare video statement about the indictment. Anthony's defense attorney also put out a video statement reiterating Anthony's claims that he acted in self-defense. The case has gained national attention and set off a social media firestorm. Much of what's swirling around online is misinformation. This could be one reason why both sides chose to record statements.
Misinformation. Now, I didn't hear this. Hold on. Hold on. Let's go back.
Set off a social media firestorm. Much of what's swirling around online is misinformation. This could be one reason why both sides chose to record statements on such a procedural matter. I spoke with Russell Wilson, a former Dallas County prosecutor, not involved in this case.
As media scrutiny increases, I think it increases the pressure, if you will, on the case. The core facts don't really change, but there's a greater magnifying glass. And so missteps are amplified, and that applies for both sides.
I reached procedural matter. I spoke with Russell Wilson, a former Dallas County prosecutor, not involved in this case.
As media scrutiny increases, I think it increases the pressure, if you will, on the case. The core facts don't really change, but there's a greater magnifying glass. And so missteps are amplified, and that applies for both sides.
I reached out to Austin Metcalf's father, Jeff Metcalf, about the news of the indictment. He sent me back the following statement: I am pleased that we are moving forward with the first-degree murder indictment. It now goes into the court system. I fully believe that justice will be served for Austin Metcalf. I look forward to the forthcoming trial, but it will never bring back my son. If convicted, Anthony faces life in prison. Coming up on Fox 4 News at 9, you'll hear directly from the Collin County DA's office and directly from Anthony's defense attorney. Plus, we'll share what comes next.
What comes next? Okay, hold on. Let me go back to old boy's old video. Where they all, but it was very crucial. Yeah, let me play this one again. 12 days ago. Hold on. Because it seems to be some family issues going on. Would you be surprised if there was some domestic violence in the family? If there was. Hold on. Would you be surprised? Y'all remember I said it came from a place the daddy had some very telltale signs, right? Well, hold on. Before I play this one, let me go ahead and play what caused me to come here today with this and drop everything I was planning on doing today. Y'all ready? Oh, before I go, I'll wait. Shout out to Charleston White. Shout out to Say Cheese as well. Shout out to him. Oh, hold on. I'm not connected. Thank you. Shout out to Charleston White. And Say Cheese.
Take the time to apologize for Karmelo Anthony's family. Man, I was always wrong about that kid.
You was totally what? Oh,
I want to take the time to apologize to Karmelo Anthony's family. Man, I was always wrong about that kid.
Oh my.
I was always wrong about that kid.
Yeah, he was just indicted.
I was always wrong about that kid. I met with his father. I've been meeting with his father regularly. I had opportunity to talk, piece him up. He go beat these charges.
He gon' what?
I was under the impression that he brought a knife to school.
He didn't bring a knife to school?
Fuck him. He didn't take a knife to school. He didn't even know these two white boys. These two white boys just came over there because he was with another kid that knew those white boys. So he a new black kid who he big.
Wait, what? He was with another kid. I remember they said that he knew somebody that went to that school. I also remember that they said that there were other people who ran up under that tent. So you mean to tell me the truth is coming out? He didn't know them. And he was with a kid that went to that school. Oh, okay, let's go.
Big old white boys.
Big old white boys. Didn't I tell y'all they was big when we watched GUCCIMANE? I was shocked how big those kids, that boy was. I was just too outdone with the size of him. And remember, there were two. But let's go.
Big white boy. He a small frame kid. One of the white boys was on that side. One of the white boys on that side.
One was on one side. One was on the other side. See, I told y'all there was a reason why it took so long for them to indict. And it's also, there was a problem that what they put out for the media, the news, or people to see was way over there. Yeah, but let's go.
So either way go, they had it blocked in. And these some big white boys. These are some big, violent, aggressive white boys who got guns. And not only that, the one he killed whooped their daddy.
What? What? What you talking about, Willis? You mean Austin done whooped Jeff? You lying. Now, I know I called them bullies, but are you telling us, me and my tea sippers and guests, that the same young man that was bullying Karmelo Anthony had whooped his grown ass daddy? Huh? Is that what you telling me? Is that what you telling us? So when I was saying some time ago that the daddy, that they got this bullying shit, this aggressive entitled shit from their daddy. Oh, let's keep listening.
See, the daddy coming into the picture playing like he been around. The dad ain't been around. We would think the black dad ain't around. The white dad ain't around. The mother don't even identify the daddy as the husband. So
y'all remember when Hunter and the mama was talking and the news people thought that that was her husband, her current husband, and the mama was finna correct it, and and Hunter said, They started doing all that, and he started stopping her, and I said, okay, here they go to the line. Yeah, let's go.
He must have been an abusive father. He ain't even been in their life. So he just come and get the light. He just come and get the light. So he a low down dirty cracker. His sons are bullies. They bullying on the kid. They no, cause he's black. Get from up under the chin. Man, y'all tripping. I ain't going nowhere. And they got a reputation of beating up people.
Hold on, Charleston. I need for you to start over, man. I just need to hear this out.
I want to take the time to apologize to Karmelo and Anthony's family.
Let's go.
Man, I was all the way wrong about that kid.
All the way wrong.
I was all the way wrong about that kid.
Yeah, you just indicted.
I was all the way wrong about that kid. I met with his father. I've been meeting with his father regularly. I had opportunity to talk, piece him up. He go beat these charges. I was under the impression that he brought a knife to school. So I'm taking a knife to school. Fuck him. He didn't take a knife to school. He didn't even know these two white boys. These two white boys just came over there because he was with another kid that knew those white boys. So he a new black kid who these big old white boys, big white boys. He a small frame kid. One of the white boys was on that side, one of the white boys on that side. So either way go, they had him blocked in. And these some big white boys. These are some big, violent, aggressive white boys who got guns. And not only that, the one he killed whooped their daddy. See, the daddy coming into the picture playing like he been around. The dad ain't been around. We would think the black dad ain't around. The white dad ain't around. The mother don't even identify the daddy as the husband. So he must have been an abusive father. He ain't even been in their life. So he just come and get the light. So he a low down dirty cracker. His sons are bullies. They bullying on the kid. They no, cause he's black. Get from up under the chin. Man, y'all tripping. I ain't going nowhere. And they got a reputation of beating up people. The one he had to stab, he broke his daddy's ligaments.
He what?
He should have killed both of them.
He broke his daddy's ligaments.
He should have killed both them pepper wolves. With a that's minding his motherfucking business, that don't bring harm to nobody. This kid ain't a bad kid. This bully white boy just fucked with the black baby. So now they trying to make it about race. No, it ain't about race. Justice was served when he killed that cracker. Self-defense. And the reason I say that is, anybody can go see the video. Why do you think the media outlets ain't promoting to go see this video? You can go up to the school and see it. And if you go up to the school and see it, we all to see this kid will be found not guilty. But because it's in an all-white town in Crackerville, and they done made it about race, whoever Sarah Fields is, Sarah Fields.
Who is Sarah Fields?
I want to take time to apologize to Karmelo and Anthony's family. Man, I was all the way wrong about that kid. I was all the way wrong about that kid.
Yeah, you just indicted.
I was all the way wrong about that kid. I met with his father. I've been meeting with his father regularly. I had opportunity to talk, piece him up. He go beat these charges. I was under the impression that he brought a knife to school. So I'm taking a knife to school. Fuck him. He didn't take a knife to school. He didn't even know these two white boys. These two white boys just came over there because he was with another kid that knew those white boys. So he a new black kid who these big old white boys, big white boys. He a small frame kid. One of the white boys was on that side, one of the white boys on that side. So either way go, they had him blocked in. And these some big white boys. These are some big, violent, aggressive white boys who got guns. And not only that, the one he killed whooped their daddy. See, the daddy coming into the picture playing like he been around. The dad ain't been around. We would think the black dad ain't around. The white dad ain't around. The mother don't even identify the daddy as the husband. So he must have been an abusive father. He ain't even been in their life. So he just come and get the light. He just come and get the light. So he a low down dirty cracker. His sons are bullies. They bullying on the kid. They no, because he black. Get from up under the tent. Man, y'all tripping. I ain't going nowhere. And they got a reputation of beating up people. The one he had to stab, he broke his daddy's ligaments.
Hey,
big old stone cracker. He should have killed both of them. He should have killed both them Pepperwoods. With a that's mind his motherfucking business, that don't bring harm to nobody. This kid ain't a bad kid. These bully white boys just fuck with the black baby. So now they trying to make it about race. No, it ain't about race. Justice was served when he killed that cracker. Self-defense. And the reason I say that is, anybody can go see the video. Why do you think the media outlets ain't promoting to go see this video? You can go up to the school to see it. And if you go up to the school and see it, we all to see this kid will be found not guilty. But because it's in an all-white town in Crackerville, and they done made it about race, whoever Sarah Fields is, Sarah Fields.
Okay, so who is Sarah Fields? Let's hear what she was saying. Hold on.
Welcome to Harmony. So excited to be joined by Sarah Fields, who is someone I discovered on social media because of her reporting and analysis of the Austin Metcalf murder by Karmelo Anthony.
Hold on, I'm trying to get it bigger, y'all. Hold on.
Her reporting and analysis of the next generation action.
Oh, so she's making it about, oh boy. So she's making it about, okay. Do I want to listen to this since she's making it about Dominique instead of the kid? Do I want to listen to that? So Austin jumped on his daddy. They always make it about race. Yeah. I don't know if I want to
apologize for Karmelo,
because I haven't heard this, and when I heard this man say about Dominique, I want to stick to the facts about the kid. I want to stick to the fact. Let me see what else I can pull up on her. I may need to check it out, but I don't. Sarah Fields is a Freedom Coalition. Yeah, but she's finna make this be about Dominique, and I don't care what nobody say. Dominique is about the civil rights, and cause it's still in the books, right? We learned that it's still in the books, and they don't like that. That's why it took so long. That's why they don't want us to really see the video. You gotta go look at it to the Frisco ISD to actually see the footage. You see now, she's a reporter. Yeah, but see, I don't know. I'm finna check it out, but I don't know if I want to. I mainly just need to stick with where I was going with this, because I don't want it to be about oh boy. So I'm gonna be honest with you. If she started just going in about Dominique, I'm probably going to pause it. And had he not, I should have pulled it up when he mentioned her name, but I didn't. So let's see what pulls up. She's a reporter. Hi, Larry. Okay, why is it not moving? Why is it not moving? Okay, well, let me go to where I was going.
My name is Cecilia. I'm a mom of 2 girls, a psychologist, and I choose to transform my PBC treatment journey.
Frisco ISD is releasing surveillance video of the stabbing at the track meet that led to the death of a student back in April.
Karmelo and Anthony's indictment. The 17-year-old will go on trial for stabbing 17-year-old Austin Metcalf at a track meet in Frisco. Anthony's lawyer just told us they plan to argue it was self-defense.
You shot great, but
Shout
you
out
shot
to
late.
OG Jakari.
This is the Rundown Podcast.
I'm gonna give you the rundown.
Say, man, hey, man, it's OG Jakari. Now back at you with another one. And Karmelo Anthony has been indicted for the murder and the stabbing death of Austin Metcalf at the Frisco ISD track meet back in April. And now, with him being charged as an adult, right? And hit with this first-degree murder charge. They're basically sending a message saying we did not see any evidence of self-defense.
You didn't see nothing.
Karmelo Anthony to claim.
You didn't see nothing.
This spring, our community was shaken by what happened at the school track meet in Frisco. The violent loss of 17-year-old Austin Metcalf. For weeks now, my team has been presenting evidence to the grand jury, and today I summarized that evidence, and I asked the grand jury to return a first-degree murder indictment against Karmelo Anthony, which they did. With this indictment, the case now moves formally in the court system. From this point forward, we'll continue doing our job both fully and fairly to pursue justice under the law. As for the scheduling of the trial, that will be up to the court. But when the time comes, we will be ready. Now, we know that this case has struck a deep nerve here in Collin County and beyond. And that's understandable. When something like this happens at a school event, it shakes people to the core. But let's remember that the justice system works best when it moves with steadiness and principle. That's what we're committed to, and that's what this case deserves. We're also mindful of Austin's family and everyone who loved him. Please keep them in your thoughts, and if you're willing, your prayers as well. Finally, let's remember that a defendant is presumed innocent.
They're saying this was cold-blooded murder, right? And they're saying that once he stabbed Austin, just that one time, that's when they tried to save Austin, but they couldn't. But Karmelo even asked about him. Hey, is he okay? And then Austin Metcalf died at the hands of Karmelo Anthony.
Oh, that's the picture.
Karmelo Anthony, the Austin, but they couldn't. But Karmelo.
Hold on, let me take the screen down. Because I want us to remember. That this is Karmelo walking
And they're
up.
saying that once he stabbed Austin, just that one time, that's when they tried to save Austin, but they couldn't. But Karmelo even asked about him. Hey, is he okay? And then Austin Metcalf.
Y'all see? Shoulder here. This was track. This was not football.
Cold-blooded murder, right? And they're saying that once he stabbed Austin, just that one time, that's when they tried to save Austin, but they couldn't. But Karmelo even asked about
You see
him. Hey,
other? Is that
he
another?
okay?
Hold on. There goes another girl that got that gray color on. Gray, the same. So again, like I had mentioned before, there were other kids from the same school Now, I don't see too many people of color.
And they're saying that once he stabbed Austin, just that one time, that's when they tried to save Austin, but they couldn't. But Karmelo even asked about him. Hey, is he okay? And then Austin Metcalf died at the hands of Karmelo Anthony. Karmelo Anthony, the now 18-year-old accused of fatally stabbing another teen during an altercation at a Frisco ISD track meet in early April, was indicted for murder by a Collin County grand jury on Tuesday. Anthony, who was 17 at the time of the incident, was arrested on April 2nd in connection with the stabbing death of 17-year-old Austin Metcalf during a track meet at Kirkendall Stadium. The teen, who is facing a first-degree murder charge, has been on house arrest ever since released on a reduced bond on April 14th. If convicted, Anthony could face a possible sentence of 5 to 99 years or life in prison in the Texas criminal justice system. 17-year-olds are considered adults. Collin County District Attorney Greg Willis announced that his team worked to present evidence to the grand jury for weeks.
Karmelo and Anthony's indictment. The 17-year-old will go on trial for stabbing 17-year-old Austin Metcalf at a track meet in Frisco. Anthony's lawyer just told us they plan to argue it was self-defense. Now, this case is drawing national attention with both families and elected officials speaking out. Kevin Reese is live in our newsroom to bring us up to speed.
Yeah, Chris, the indictment announced today means that 17-year-old Karmelo Anthony will go on trial for murder, but his lawyer says self-defense will still be his answer in court. Anthony is charged with the stabbing death of Austin Metcalf at a Frisco track meet in April, allegedly starting with a dispute over Anthony sitting under an opposing team's tent and Metcalf demanding that he leave. Witnesses say, and Anthony reportedly confessed, he stabbed Metcalf once in the chest, claiming he was protecting himself. National attention and heightened racial tensions followed as Anthony was released on bond pending trial.
We are confident that when all the facts are presented and the full story is heard, the jury will reach the right conclusion and justice will be done.
A trial date has not yet been set, and if convicted, a first-degree murder charge can carry a sentence of 5 to 99 years or up to life in prison.
Willis acknowledged Austin Metcalf's family following the formal indictment, asking the community to keep them all in your thoughts and, if you're willing, in your prayers as well. Okay, now this is what the DA is asking the public to do, right? And I noticed that he didn't even ask the public to keep, Karmelo Anthony and his family in their prayers neither. Why not? I mean, these are two young men who got into an altercation, right? And anybody, could have made this mistake. It could have went anyway. Okay, so it seems to me that the DA, like he said, he pushed for this first-degree murder charge, right? It seems as if, he already had his mind made up against Karmelo Anthony in this self-defense case that, this young teen is saying, hey, man, they were bullying me. And that's the problem. Karmelo Anthony feels like, that was self-defense because here these guys, these white boys, come along and we know the history of, racism in America, trying to make a black body move, thinking that, you can tell somebody, of color, right? Where they can and cannot be and where they can and cannot go, right? And so all this right here, played into the mind of this young 17-year-old boy. It was like, you can't make me do nothing, right? I don't care who you is, right? And at the end of the day, it's unfortunate that it played out that way. See, it's very rare that a black man, of any age, right, that's, accused of committing a murder, claim self-defense, and then, get off on that self-defense. It's very rare. It happens, but, I feel like in this case, they wanted to make a, example of Karmelo Anthony in Collin County because, a young 17-year-old black boy killing a young 17-year-old white boy, right, at a school track meet, okay? Stabbing incident, right, as they're saying. I guess they had to, make an example of this whole situation to where it doesn't happen again, put it like that, to deter others from, maybe, trying to copycat this whole ordeal and thinking that they can get off on it.
Lisa, you want me to stop what I'm doing to answer you? What are you asking? Can you not put it on a super chat or a super sticker? I mean, what was your question that you wanted me to stop to answer? Lisa?
If Karmelo Anthony got off on it. I mean, that's a situation to where it doesn't happen again, put it like that, to deter others from, maybe, trying to copycat this whole ordeal and thinking that they can get off on it if Karmelo Anthony got off on it. I mean, that's the only thing I can understand, from their point of view. But at the end of the day, I know that they're going to fight on Karmelo's behalf for this self-defense. And the video evidence they're saying isn't clear, right? It's shot from a far distance from where the incident happened, but it caught a little bit of the incident, but they're saying it wasn't clear on the images.
Frisco ISD is releasing...
So how are they going to fight this if you can't see what's on there? And it has taken, well, that was in April. But okay.
Surveillance video of the stabbing at the track meet that led to the death of a student back in April, but only under very strict conditions. So through open records, they will allow whoever requests it to view that video, but no recording whatsoever is allowed. On that note, we sent our IT producer, Kelsey Mittauer, to watch that video. She joins us now in studio to walk us through what you saw. We're going to go in order here in just a second, Kelsey, but in general terms, what did the video depict? What'd you see?
It shows everything from the moments leading up to the stabbing to the medical response to then the beginning of the police investigation.
Okay, and it lasted several minutes is what they showed.
It did, about 30 minutes.
Okay, so let's start in the beginning now. And talk
30 minutes, and they did not take him to the hospital. Is that what y'all telling me? It lasted 30 minutes before... Oh, okay. Is that normal?
The medical response to then the beginning of the police investigation.
Okay, and it lasted several minutes is what they showed.
It did, about 30 minutes.
Okay, so let's start in the beginning now and talk a little bit about what you saw at the front end of that video, because you got to see the attack, the actual stabbing took place.
So it starts, I started watching about 9:53. The camera shows half of the field. So it's about from the 50-yard line on, and the tent where it happened was kind of right in front of the 50-yard line, but the camera is down here. Okay. It's positioned across the field. So everybody in the video, you can tell there are kids or adults, but no one's identifiable.
So a long shot is what
a long shot, yeah.
So a couple minutes in, and you actually see the altercation take place.
Yes, everything leading up to it, everyone's milling about. It seems very normal, and then right at 9:55, that's when there's this explosive movement or action between two people under the tent, and that's when the employees in the room told me that's when the stabbing happened at 9:55.
Right, and you were talking about people kind of start to scatter at that moment. Obviously something went wrong. And so what happens next? Because now, a little bit later on, that's when the ambulance shows up.
Right, so when the ambulance arrives, it actually comes through near the end zone at the gate, and then it comes up to the 50-yard line directly in front of the tent. You can see Austin Metcalf is right here, but then when they pull up close to the tent, they realize that they can't get the stretcher to him because of the barrier of the bleachers. So at that point, then the paramedics have to get out, and then they have to walk all the way back to the end zone. This is actually, on the next slide. They have to go all the way back to the end zone and then come all the way back. That takes another couple of minutes. So at this point, they've arrived and they are actively working on Metcalf at that point.
And we want to reiterate, we're using some imagery here to sort of denote exactly what was happening here, these little icons that we're using the ambulance, because again, the video was not able to be released. You're watching all of this happen, Kelsey, and you're watching the time sort of elapse. What are you thinking about when you see this, especially when you see sort of the issues in getting Metcalf out of there?
I mean, you know, I understand why it happened the way it happened. They were still working on him, actually. The thing that really struck me is they're working on him, and that's when you see the rain's coming down heavier, and then they actually pull out the blue tarp.
The blue tarp that we saw.
Right, and then I noticed the crime scene tape is already up. I was so focused on here, I didn't even see that, but they're building the crime scene actively around him as they're continuing to work on him in the bleachers.
So that was happening while he was still there?
Yes, he's in the bleachers.
And in closing here, because we know that several minutes had elapsed, and people are sort of scurrying in different areas, what do we know about the suspect in the stabbing, Karmelo Anthony, and his whereabouts?
So I asked the women in the room, the employees, I said, of everybody on this screen, is Karmelo Anthony in here? And they said, you know, we couldn't tell you, we don't know. And honestly, it was so hard. Once it happened, you know, there's people going this way, that way, this way, and this way. So it was just hard to know what direction he headed.
All right, Kelsey, thank you very much for describing that for us. We appreciate it. We should let you know that the case will be presented to a grand jury, which will then decide whether to indict 17-year-old Karmelo Anthony on a charge of first-degree murder.
Now, Jeffrey Metcalf, the father of Austin Metcalf, he also had this to say. He says, I am pleased that we are moving forward with the first-degree murder indictment. It now goes into the court system. I fully believe that justice will be served for Austin Metcalf. I look forward to the forthcoming trial, but it will never bring my son back, said Austin Metcalf's father, Jeff Metcalf. Anthony's attorney, Mike Howard, released a video statement after the indictment, saying in part, Karmelo and his family are confident in the justice system and the people of Collin County to be fair and impartial. Of course, Karmelo looks forward to his day in court.
I kind of just wanted to touch bases on this because we looked at it before,
because
just a reminder of how
that
big
the full story can be heard and that impartial justice can be done. Howard continued, we expect that when the full story is heard, the prosecution will not be able to rule out the reasonable doubt that Karmelo Anthony may have acted in self-defense. So as you hear his lawyer, right, Howard is saying, look, well, you know, they can go ahead and charge him with first-degree murder. You know, that's cool. Basically, this is what the lawyer for Anthony is saying. All right, that's fine. But once we get in the courtroom and we get to presenting these facts, they're saying that it's going to cause a reasonable doubt amongst the jurors, and this whole first-degree murder will be acquitted because of this. Because there are facts saying that, look, he did act in self-defense. The next step in this legal process will be assigning a trial judge who will...
Let's do this real quick. When was this? How long ago was this? Let's go.
Team press conference today.
April.
Started holding up tweets that he had printed out from social media, and he targeted one influencer in particular, journalist probably is a better word for it, Sarah.
I'm going to show something of a post. You come for me, I come for you. Sarah Fields. Never heard of this woman. This is the kind of despicable things that led to the father being here. Political operatives motivating this family with hate. Karmelo Anthony posted on something that shows, posted here. These are the type of lies that are threatening this family. Posting the family's picture.
Oh, not a
These
picture.
are the type of lies.
Not a picture.
She's getting millions of views.
Pictures are lies now, y'all.
On this. Sarah. She's even came after me. I asked, because these racist bigots tried to prevent us from standing up for our baby, our boy.
Yeah, enough of that. And the racist bigot herself is now on the James Show. Sarah Fields.
Oh, he didn't want to hear that.
Part of the press conference today.
That, to be honest with you, that was pretty wild. My jaw dropped and I had to gather myself. I was not expecting that at all today.
So why would you lie about Dominic Alexander on social media, Sarah?
What does Dominique?
My goodness, I don't know. You know, there's so much documentation that I guess I fully edited. You know, took hours to edit by myself, and you know, AI.
So she made it. So she made it about Dominique instead of making it about.
He's angry because I exposed him for who he is.
So she made it about Dominique instead of. Let me see who she is responding to, because I don't see Lisa. Now, who you talking to? Because I don't see purple flower. Lisa, who you talking to? Because you said you was talking to Purple Flower. And I don't see Purple Flower talking, so are you talking? Instagram is better than X. I mean, so are you having a dual conversation? I'm just trying to understand what we're doing. Was you talking to her yesterday over here? Respectfully, I'm just asking. Okay, y'all. So the whole purpose of me pulling this up or playing this was because I'm finding out now that Austin, may he rest in peace. Why is it closing? May he rest in peace. Beat up his daddy. And that they're saying that the dad was estranged from his sons. And that they were known for bullying, and that they did not know Karmelo, and he was there with someone who went to school with the twins, and that they indeed were double teaming him. I knew that. I knew that. But I just remember, maybe I need to go to Charleston White. I mean, he went hard on Karmelo Anthony until now he sees. Maybe he saw the video. Maybe he did. Maybe it'll come out.
That's a Karmelo Anthony fan. Man, I was all the way wrong about that kid. I was all the way wrong about that kid.
Yeah, he was just indicted.
I was all the way wrong about that kid. I met with his father. I've been meeting with his father regularly. I had opportunity to talk, peace and love. He go beat these charges.
I hope and pray he does.
I was under the impression that he brought a knife to school. So I'm taking a knife to school. Fuck him. He didn't take a knife to school. He didn't even know these two white boys. These two white boys just came over there because he was with another kid that knew those white boys. So he a new black kid who eat big old white boys, big white boys. He a small frame kid. One of the white boys was on that side, one of the white boys on that side. So either way it goes, they had it blocked in. And these some big white boys. These are some big, violent, aggressive white boys who got guns. And not only that, the one he killed whooped their daddy. See, the daddy coming into the picture playing like he been around. The dad ain't been around. We would think the black dad ain't around. The white dad ain't around. The mothers don't even identify the daddy as the husband. So he must have been an abusive father. He ain't even been in their life. So he just come and get the light. He just come and get the light. So he a low down dirty cracker. His sons are bullies. They bullying on the kid they no, because he's black. Get from up under the tent. Man, y'all tripping. I ain't going nowhere. And they got a reputation of beating up people. The one he had to stab, he broke his daddy's ligaments. Big old strong cracker. He should have killed both of them. He should have killed both them Pepperwoods. With a that's minding his motherfucking business, that don't bring harm to nobody. This kid ain't a bad kid. These bully white boys just fucking with the black baby. So now they trying to make it about race. No, it ain't about race. Justice was served when he killed that cracker. Self-defense. And the reason I say that is, anybody can go see the video. Why do you think the media outlets ain't promoting to go see this video? You can go up to the school and see it. And if you go up to the school and see it, we all see this kid will be found not guilty. But because it's in an all-white town in Crackerville, and they done made it about race, whoever Sarah Fields is, Sarah Fields, I want to take the time to apologize.
Yeah, because before he wanted Karmelo Anthony to go to jail. Now he know facts, and it's different. You see what I mean?
I want to take the time to apologize for Karmelo Anthony. Man, I was all the way wrong about that kid. I was all the way wrong about that kid.
Yeah, he was just indicted.
I was all the way wrong about that kid. I met with his father. I've been meeting with his father regularly. I had opportunity to talk, piece him up. He go beat these charges. I was under the impression that he brought a knife to school. So I'm taking a knife to school. He didn't take a knife to school. He didn't even know these two white boys. These two white boys just came over there.
All them lies.
Another kid that knew those white boys. So he a new black kid who these big old white boys, big white boys. He a small frame kid. One of the white boys was on that side, one of the white boys on that side. So either way it go, they had it blocked in. And these some big white boys. These are some big, violent, aggressive white boys who got guns. And not only that, the one he killed whooped their daddy. See, the daddy coming into the picture playing like he been around. The dad ain't been around. We would think the black dad ain't around, the white ain't around. The mother don't even identify the daddy as the husband. So he must have been an abusive father. He ain't even been in his life. So he just come and get the light. He just come and get the light. So he a low down dirty cracker. His sons are bullies. They bullying on the kid they no, because he black. Get from up under the tent. Man, y'all tripping. I ain't going nowhere. And they got a reputation of beating up people. The one he had to stab,
I don't know. He broke his daddy. He broke his daddy ligaments. Cause his views have changed once he got the facts cooking with KK. Because before he was saying that he needed to go to jail, but he was basing that off of no facts. Now he's seen the video. Now he's talked with the family and got more details. See, I knew by the way the daddy was acting and trying to push his weight around and being entitled that their behavior came from somewhere. So to get facts and details, he was at least man enough to come back and say, I apologize. So no, typically I was offended. I'm not a fan either, but I am a fan of somebody taking ownership of their opinion because, hold up, KK, let's talk about how he was coming a month ago. Let me show you. Let me show you. Because it was, ooh-wee, man.
Okay. Ready to avoid talking about salary?
I was like, what? Where is he getting his information from? Let's go. This was a month ago.
A year ago on my platform that you don't give a fuck about police brutality.
I don't.
You still don't?
Nope.
Even with the this is a situation where a cop killed a kid and then a day later his dad went and killed the cop. Have you seen that?
Is this the? Oh yeah.
I mean, you never know what would happen if something happened to, if a cop did something to somebody you love.
I ain't gonna do no coward shit like that.
How is that cowardly?
I ain't finna go kill no innocent person that didn't have nothing to do with my son being killed. It's an innocent person. I'm just finna go kill an innocent person. Don't know I'm finna do this to him. Where that motherfucker killed my son? Where his family at? Say, find his name, go get his, no. But I ain't finna go get no innocent person that didn't have nothing to do with this, homie.
Was it the same police force? I got it.
If it's the same police force, this cop didn't have nothing to do with it. How you know he in agreement with it? He gonna go pick an innocent person and kill him. And we clap for that. Yeah, no, you go get the person that you, if you done something to me, what I look like gonna go do something to V and you done it? Nah, homie. No, that's some cowardly act. You don't want to hurt an innocent person. Minding they mother business, don't know nothing about nothing, and ain't got nothing to do with it.
Maybe he went psyche or
he ain't
maybe
win shit. No, he ain't win shit. He ain't win shit. A psychic person play crazy. He don't hold his head over pride when he walk by the police.
But that's what you said you like though. You said wait, you said that in previous interviews. You like when people in the courtroom.
I like that. But nigga, I'm not saying I don't like it. I'm responding to what you saying. Maybe he went crazy. A crazy person don't take pride like that is what I'm saying. I ain't saying that ain't the shit. That's what you're supposed to do, nigga. But you saying, well, maybe, nah, nigga ain't went crazy. That was a choice. And he taking pride in it. Crazy people don't do that. He's standing on it. Yeah, he is. But what make him look weak is you see his brother. I want to see my brother. I just want my brother to see me. This is wartime. Time to get emotional.
They was in there throwing bows though. You see them tussling with the cops and shit?
Man, but this ain't time to cry and talk, black man. This why the world don't respect you. Them cops ain't hollering and say, you killed one of ours. You killed. We emotional. I just want my brother to see me. Come on, man. Silence is the man, no. Homie, we look weak in every aspect. He look.
I'm trying to
justify that. There's no way you can justify that.
You take pepper spray just in case something happens.
To a school event.
Okay, here it was.
No way anywhere in that range. It's two things. They didn't find it with murder. They found it with like involuntary manslaughter. He got like 10 or 12 years. He's gonna get anywhere from that range.
Okay, now he talking about it. He talking about the other kid.
Saying that.
So there's another kid that killed somebody at school due to bullying. They did
Karmelo Anthony situation with the kid in the knife.
This was a month ago.
He going to jail.
You were basically saying that.
So there's another kid that killed somebody at school due to bullying. They didn't find it with murder. They found it with like involuntary manslaughter and got like 10 or 12 years. He's gonna get anywhere from that range. He's gonna get anywhere from that range. It's two things. He got.
No, he got more than one charge. That's not right either. But okay.
Just can I please self-defense?
She probably left, Lisa, maybe because she wasn't talking about that over here today. And you keep talking about something that's not what the topic. Maybe, Lisa. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe she's not interested in what y'all was talking about yesterday. Today, she came over here about this and not about what you talked about.
To a school event, there's no way you can justify it. There's no way you can justify it.
You take pepper spray just in case something happens. I can bring something just in case something happens.
Facts.
To a school event.
I cannot bring pepper spray through security at the TSA. I cannot bring a gun to a bar where they sells alcohol. It's the 50-50 law rule. The school law states.
No, you lying.
Rules and regulations says you cannot have no weapons. Me, you, the kid, the
that is
parent,
not true.
The coach at any school event. You have to go through a metal detector. So now you can't have it at the school, you can't have it at the dance, you can't have it at the football game, you can't have it at another school district, you can't have it out of town at a school event, you can't have it at the debate thing, you can't have no weapons, homie.
So
that's where he went wrong at.
So KK, so it appears that since this about a month or so ago when he did this interview, he's done his research. He's talked with the family. He just
you're blaming him for not going to his parents. His parents should have went to the school.
He had a stay-at-home mama. He got daddy at work. He got a stay-at-home mom.
Okay, I get you.
Stay-at-home mom.
But I'm glad, KK, I am at least glad, because we all know the Charleston white typically would not even apologize, right? So that's why I said, oh, shit. He done been talking to he getting clear understanding, he getting better understanding of what's really going on instead of just making an assumption, because I don't know what he was coming from in the first place. Did somebody come? Thank you for speaking with her about that so she could stop. Oh my God. Purple flower. So I was just at least happy that, because I don't care what nobody say. If somebody comes in harassing or bullying me, and I feel threatened, it's 2 against 1. Did y'all see that big cornbread boy? It was 2 of them. I don't see. I don't care what nobody say. I'm gonna stand my ground. So for it to be coming out of his mouth, I was just shocked. Especially how he be, people run up on him and he stand his ground. Well, what was the difference? But again, I respect the fact that he at least came back and apologized after doing research instead of just having a loose opinion, big milk egg over. I'm like, shit. And it's 2 of y'all. Yeah, I can't. Yeah.
This is such a good kid, make straight A and straight B, because I got a nephew who go to school with him. So if he's such a good kid, man, these guys at school is messing with me. Why not report it? Why?
See, this is why I probably didn't pay it any attention, because once I start hearing them being off, I tend to stop. So now he know, because they didn't go to school together. They didn't know each other. So he took all the assumptions out of it and got to the facts. And when he did that is when he found out that the same bully that was coming at Karmelo had whooped his daddy's ass and broke ligaments. So he beat the hell up out his daddy. All right? So what type of chance did he... What? Jeff Metcalf? Sons whooped his ass? And you really don't think that... Oh, yeah, no. Come on. So to hear this, the video, we already know something's going on with the video. They don't want us to see the video. they just have this, whoever this Sarah Fields is, she have an issue with Dominique Alexander, which is why I could not stand the fact that we the people, we can't stand for nothing, even when someone has wronged us. We want to go in and attack somebody who's trying to help. Because he have a past, he shouldn't help. He shouldn't tell him about his rights. He shouldn't tell him about his, he shouldn't tell him about what's in the books, that they, in the laws that's in there, and the stand your ground, and how it's been enhanced. He shouldn't help him. We should focus on Dominique, piss him off so he won't help the kid. That's what pisses me off about my culture. And it was put off as long as it was. They had to keep coming back to the grand jury several times, that man said, for the grand jury to finally accept it. So what was you doing those other times that the grand jury said, nope, it's not a nope, 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 nope. So at least shout out to him for doing the legwork and the research instead of just having a loose ass opinion. And of course, they don't want us to know that the same young man who was bullying, now again, he made mention that it was 2, thank goodness, because everybody else was trying to leave out Hunter. And we can't leave out Hunter. And when people start with Hunter, that means they starting out of line. It was 2 on 1. And it started with Hunter. And Austin came to aid with his brother like they always do. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm finna go because I don't wanna do this with Lisa. I don't wanna do this with Lisa. Yeah, I'll be back.